Hey everyone, and welcome to day 18 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got The Sixth Sense movie review. A psychologist comes in to help a boy who has a deep, dark secret. He sees dead people. As far as the story goes, M. Night Shyamalan directs this 1999 horror film which pits the supernatural against the living, where there could be some consequences in trying to solve all of these big mysteries and how to eventually get rid of these ghosts. So this is a movie that I have seen quite a few times, so I definitely enjoy watching it because of how truly scary it is. I think, this is definitely one of M. Night Shyamalan's best films, if not the best, because it is a classic and it definitely is scary because there's all these different elements that come into making this movie actually work very well. And even for its time, I would say that it's still scary. It's very natural and realistic. It doesn't feel like your typical horror movie, and it's very authentic instead of being generic. As far as the casting goes, you've got Bruce Willis, who plays Dr. Malcolm Crowe, and he had just gotten an award for being, the best at his profession, which was to help these children, because he's a child psychologist, and he was very admired, but maybe not by everybody, which is why something happens to him in the beginning of the movie, and then they show him going to help this one boy, which he feels like he can help instead of living in the past, because he was considered a failure by this one person. I think he does a really good job in this movie. This isn't the first, or this is the second movie that he's done with M. Night Shyamalan, the first being Unbreakable, which may not be as scary as this, but I think this is definitely the best one that he's done with him. He is very good in this role. Haley Joel Osment, who at the time was, this really good child actor, and especially getting recognition for this movie because he has, a really interesting role to play, and I think it's definitely well performed. I mean, he's got some of the best lines in this movie, like, "I see dead people." He was very emotional, and he definitely gave it his all in this movie, so I definitely enjoyed watching him on screen here, and just how he can interact with some of the scenarios and the actors in this movie. Toni Collette, who plays his mom, and originally when I saw this movie, I had no idea that she was an Australian actress, because she definitely had that accent from Philadelphia on point, so I really liked her in this movie, and how she would react a certain way to some of these claims about what's happening to her son and why he's sort of acting out in a certain way. But it could be because there are some naughty people sort of ruining his life, like Trevor Morgan, who I kind of find annoying as an actor sometimes with his movies that he's done back in the day, and he plays like this big bully kid in this movie. Got some other minor roles in this movie that I definitely feel are worth mentioning, like Donnie Wahlberg, who we see, and he's almost unrecognizable in this film, so I definitely love that he's sort of like a chameleon in a way, but I definitely enjoyed his acting here. Misha Barton, who is in this one short scene, and I thought she was good as well, but you can't forget that M. Night Shyamalan cameo, because he is most well known for having his cameos in his movies, so be on the lookout for that. As far as the things that I liked about this movie, like I said, this movie is truly terrifying to this day. It is suspenseful. It definitely gets me scared, and I get chills just watching this, and then as soon as you meet all these ghosts, I mean, all these different situations that happen, it really makes me jump. I would say that this movie does have some lighthearted moments here, which could make you cry or could make you laugh, because this movie is funny, but I really also enjoy listening to the James Newton Howard score, because you always have to have creepy music going on with these horror films. Some things might have bothered me about this movie, some things that I noticed, but I wouldn't say in the overall film it didn't affect me as far as viewing the movie, because I feel like I've gotten mostly an unnerving feeling watching this movie. But I would say that twist ending was definitely, I did not see that coming. Unless you've watched this a million times and then you know what's going to happen, but it's still pretty scary. So overall, I would say that The Sixth Sense is a really, truly scary film, and I would say it's one of M. Night Shyamalan's best compared to some of the stuff he's made nowadays. And I could be also talking about The Visit, which was his recent outing on a horror film. I would still recommend seeing this movie, and I still think it's great, so I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Sixth Sense, and come back tomorrow for day 19 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.